Alrighty guys, welcome on back to some more Tales of Arise. Last episode, we made it here to the Renan city of Lenegus, where, upon arriving, we found that it was actually in a state of chaos. And so, in an attempt to track down the woman in red, we've decided to go look for a place called the Forbidden Area. But before that, if you guys do like this video and this series, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It'll really help me out, and it'll help make sure you don't miss the upcoming videos. With all that out of the way, let's get into it. So we're just going to go ahead and run through here. Despite this technically being a town, it is a little bit more linear than you might think. We do need to go talk to a few people. There's also this injured person over here we can heal up with Shionne. Is this the first time... Ooh, fancy parfait recipe. Is this the first time we have seen...
I know the
Renan? No. Well,
my
I
skills
was going to say this is the first time we've seen Renans without armor, except for the Lords. And while it is almost true, we did see, I forget his name, but he was the attendant to Dolahim. We saw him without armor on. We also saw people in the flashbacks. So in Dolahim's flashback as well as Alphen's flashback, we saw Renans without armor on as well.
Oh, dear me. What an unspeakable mess this has all become. Just look at the state of our city. Even the Zeugles have stopped heeding our commands. Whatever did we do to deserve this?
You really have no clue what might have caused this?
Would that I have. Alas, there was no warning, no prior decree. His Highness must have deemed it unnecessary for us to know. We have no choice but to grin and bear it. But do my eyes deceive me? Could I really be standing in the presence of his lordship, Dohalim of the House Ilkaris? I believed he was on Dahna.
Your eyes do not deceive you. It is I, one and the same. I have returned to fulfill a special duty, the details of which I cannot divulge.
As your lordship wishes. First Lenegus mutates beyond recognition, now this unexpected visit. The Sovereign's plans are inscrutable indeed. The Ilkaris house has produced a great many lords over the centuries. I shall be praying for your victory in the latest crown contest.
Your good wishes do me an honor.
That brings up a good point. He said His Highness, so there is a king of the Renan people, and we've never heard who that is. Interesting.
Your lordship. Oh, what a great honor it is to finally meet you. I descended to Dahna during the last crown contest also. Alas, when the contender I was backing failed to clinch the title, I returned. I witnessed the deaths of so many slaves.
Indeed.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're looking for a woman dressed all in red. Have you seen anyone of that description?
All red, eh? No, I can't say I remember anyone like that. I imagine she'd stand out somewhat, too.
Yeah. What about down on Dahna during the crown contest? You didn't see anyone like that hanging around the lord you were serving?
What's with all these questions? I've never seen her, okay? Not recently or otherwise. Why do you want to find her anyway?
Never mind. Forget I asked. Sorry to take up your time.
It is important to note my theory that Renans can't see her unless she chooses to let them see her. Because if you remember, despite all of our Dahnans saying they had seen her with the Lords, even Dolahim himself had not seen her until she stole the cores. So even if she was around, these people wouldn't have noticed her.
Is everything okay? You look a little lost.
Oh, yes. I can't seem to find my way home is all. I was just about to make my umpteenth attempt at a new route.
I was hoping to head this way myself. The situation is a real pain, huh?
I suppose the Sovereign knows best. I daren't stay here too long, though. A lower caste can only linger around these parts for so long before I outstay my welcome. I was hoping to avoid it, but maybe I'll have to go that way after all.
You mean you know another way round?
Lord Dohalim Ilkaris! But how? Last I heard, you were in Dahna competing in the crown contest.
Yes, strange, isn't it? If you know another route, we'd be grateful if you could tell us.
But of course. Please forgive me. There's a wall that sprung up ahead of here, with what looks to be an entrance in it. I thought maybe it was a passageway between the different quarters, but I've no way of knowing for sure.
It's worth investigating, at least. I shall go and assess the situation. In the meantime, wait for me here. If it looks safe, I'll come and let you know.
You'd really do that for me? A lord troubling himself for someone of my lowly status?
Our lot in life is of little consequence. We are both Renan, first and foremost.
Oh, why yes, my lord. Thank you.
Well, we've canvassed the city for information. What do you think?
No one has the faintest idea what's happened to the city after all. They haven't heard the news about the crown contest either.
You'd think that info would easily find its way up here. Has it always been like that?
Not to this extent, which would indicate that something's suppressing the truth, that Lenegis is under some kind of control.
Given everything that's happened to their city, the people here seem weirdly okay with it all.
Yeah, that one guy even said his Zoogle had stopped listening to him. If that's true, these people are in big trouble.
Everything that happens here is attributed to the Sovereign's will. It's the way people have been conditioned. Their belief runs deep. Nothing happens devoid of a reason. To them, it's all part of the Sovereign's grand plan.
The Sovereign's plan. There is one thing I'm still not sure about. Just who is this person ruling over Lenegis?
The Sovereign, of course. He rules from Rena while presiding over both Rena and Lenegis.
Without the lords or anyone in the middle doing his dirty work? Isn't Rena at least the same size as Dahna? That's a pretty big dominion for one person to rule over. I would have thought ruling Lenegis alone would be difficult enough.
The points you make are valid, though I confess I'd never given it much thought before. Here, the Sovereign's total authority is as natural as night turning to day. Come to think of it, I know nothing of the nature of how Rena itself is. Shionne, have you ever been... No, forgive me. Have you met or crossed paths with, or even heard of someone who's actually made a visit to the homeland?
No, I haven't.
Neither have I. In which case, I would imagine that... But no, surely not. Can it really be that no citizen of Lenegis has ever been there?
Hold up, what are you getting at, Dohalim?
Assuming what I believe to be correct, it's possible that no one on Lenegis has ever laid eyes on the actual Renan homeworld itself. No one but the Sovereign, that is.
But what about trade and communication? There's got to be a flow back and forth, surely.
Not if the Sovereign is imposing his will on Lenegis single-handedly. It could be a one-way street.
But I thought you said that the Sovereign's all the way over on Rena. If that's the case, can he really rule directly over Lenegis from so far away? What if something were to happen to the city, like now?
I'm beginning to wonder what the nature of this Sovereign even is. Alphen said he was forced into the role, right? Just before the ceremony. But Sovereign is also the title given to the almighty Renan ruler. So which one is it?
Whoever wins the crown contest inherits the throne from his or her predecessor, before becoming ruler over all of Rena and Lenegis. Thereafter, that individual is known as the Sovereign, though it would appear that the current ruler has gone silent. As for how Volron factors into all this, at this point, I no longer know what to believe.
3 centuries ago, I became the Sovereign here on Lenegis. No, not just became, I was forced to. Me, a Dahnan. 300 years later, we cross paths with Volron, who also bears the Sovereign's crest. That's not the only thing we have in common. We both became Sovereign without winning the crown contest.
Do you think Volron was made sovereign for the same reason? Because of that ceremony?
I can't say for sure, but it certainly sounds like it.
But that would mean that two sovereigns would need to exist at any one time. One whose job it is to rule, and the other for ceremonial purposes. We never did see Volron's body back in Ganath Haros. Is a new ceremony underway with Volron at its center this time? Could that be what's causing all this strange activity here?
Wait a second. You don't think Volron and the Red Woman are working together, do you? The ceremony can't go forward without the Renis Alma. The same one that the Red Woman stole.
There's something else the ceremony needs. A maiden. And unless there's another one out there aside from me...
Questions, questions, and yet more questions. Ones that it seems will remain unanswered until we can establish the Sovereign's identity.
If the Forbidden Zone really is off-limits to everyone but the Sovereign, that seems as good a place as any to start. For the sake of liberating Dahna, too.
Then it's decided. That's where we need to go.
One of the citizens mentioned a passage that she thought might lead to another section of the city. It could point us in the right direction. Let's go find it!
Yeah, I mean, come on. Nobody has ever been to Rena, despite it being the home world. That's the most fantasy way of saying that something has happened to Rena. It makes me wonder if Rena was once like Dahna, where, say, 1,000 years ago, Lenegis siphoned all the power from Rena and stole some of its people and then slowly made them think that they were Renans. But the planet was already destroyed. So then they would do the same thing with Alphen becoming a sovereign. They were going to try to put him in place, bring Dahnans over, and siphon all the power from Dahna. That'd be interesting if both planets are destroyed and that's just what Lenegis does.
I didn't realize Renans oppressed their own kind, too.
And yet, weirdly, none of them seem to mind. Am I the only one who finds that strange?
It is the way things have always been, so no one thinks to question it. You have experience in that regard yourself, do you not?
Unquestioning acceptance of your own servitude. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Even so, the quality of life here seems much higher than any Dahnan city we visited. I used to think it was impossible to build an ideal society without wealth. But I suppose having it doesn't always mean people are treated fairly either.
More to the point, not a single citizen seems to have even heard of the Red Woman.
What if she's not here? What if it turns out we're looking in the wrong place entirely?
It's still too early to say anything for sure.
For all we know, she might be able to blend in, move around unnoticed. I say we hold off judgment until we've exhausted every avenue.
Tell me, Dohalim, has that skill of yours got a name?
And what skill would this be, pray tell?
You know, when you're talking to people around town. The way they suddenly become putty in your hands.
I'm afraid I don't quite follow.
I do. It's called friendly intimidation. Look imposing and speak in a deep, booming voice, and presto, you'll have people wrapped around your finger in no time.
I would never stoop to such scandalous tricks. Any feelings of intimidation are solely in the eye of the beholder.
So there is a knack to it! How do you learn it? Can anyone do it?
Now you've got me curious. Is there special training to master?
Let's see. An obsession with being elegant is a must. Oh, and it helps to be old-fashioned, too. Bonus points if you speak in a way no one can understand.
If you've a bone to pick with me, it'd be quicker to just come out and say it.
What? They look up to you, that's all. I'm just helping them along.
Hey! What's got into Alphen and Law all of a sudden?
I can barely understand a word they're saying. And what's with the weird poses? Was it something they ate?
I hope you're willing to take the blame for this one.
I wasn't expecting them to take me so seriously. I'll go and have a word with them.
All right. Let's go ahead and try to find that forbidden section. Oh. More exposition.
With nobody left to run the show, I wonder what the people here are supposed to do. I mean, there's sovereigns up on the Renan homeworld, and all their lords were sent to Dahna.
But Dohalim was a lord, right?
Only current acting lords have power. Renan society is quite strict about such matters.
Even if the other lords were still around, I doubt they'd be able to do much about the situation.
I wonder what they'd think if they were here to see Lenegis now. Balsif, Ganabelt, Almadria, and Volron. Now that I think of it, aside from Dohalim, we know next to nothing about the other lords.
Well, yeah, why would we? To us Dahnans, they were just enemies we needed to overthrow. Nothing more.
I know. But seeing Renans in their own city, going about their day-to-day lives, it gets you thinking.
It feels strange to imagine the lords living here too, you mean?
Yeah, a little.
If you're that curious about them, why not try inquiring with some of the locals? Every lord in their household has their share of supporters here on Lenegis. And luckily for us, the people here are unaware of the events on Dahna, which means they should be more inclined to talk to us.
Renans and their lords. This is a side quest we can complete to learn a little bit more about the 4 other lords, and let's go ahead and do it, shall we? I hope it's voiced, that way we get like full lore for them without me having to say it. You want to know which lord I support? Why, are you out canvassing for someone? I'm with His Excellency, Wolsey Teldalis. You probably know him better as Lord Balsif. I know a lot of people consider him to be a giant brute. Believe me, I realize he can be an aggressive man. What those people don't realize is how much he looks after the members of his house. It's further to say that House Teldalis doesn't enjoy much esteem. Those of us who serve it will be the first to admit that.
Yes!
But His Excellency always stands up against any who would mean us harm. Of that we can be sure. His efforts in the crown contest aren't only for his family, but to improve the standing of each and every member of his house.
Yes!
I owe so much to His Excellency. I could never dream of serving any other lord. So Balsif also came from nothing.
To care about
Yeah.
someone other than himself? Really?
That's in like a drone. Am I
A changing
crazy?
position can do much to alter one's perspective.
So even he
Oh,
might have had something he
it's
wanted to
Astral
protect.
Arts. Lord Dohalim, you have returned. Ah, and I see you've brought aides with you. Do you remember who I am, my lord? Surely you must, yes? Not only do I support House Ilkaris, but more specifically his lordship personally. So much so, I've been trying share my appreciation of his lordship to any who will listen. In fact, I was planning to publish my extensive writings on the subject through this very terminal for all to read and enjoy. Since the lines appear to be cut due to the recent tumult, I've been unable to upload them. I know, since you're all here, I'll just read them out loud. There exists a most handsome man, a man who radiates beauty, whose every word, every syllable is divine poetry. He hails from the famed House of Karis, and his name, Lord Dohalim. Music is his passion, the arts his great love. The scores of boorish, uncouth men of his land cannot begin to compare to his magnificence. So refined and majestic is his posture, why the mere thought of it brings me to ecstasy. Once he becomes our sovereign, Rena shall bloom anew, ushering in a new era of prosperity for our grand civilization. Until that glorious day comes, I shall forever be praying for his victory, morning, noon, and night. Well, what did you think, my lord? I poured my whole heart into it, hoping to capture your essence. Wait, I forgot to mention anything about his lordship's love for collecting things. I must take this time while the lines are down to append it. Only then will my masterpiece be complete. But we already knew about Dohalim.
I guess she intended to spread it throughout all of Lenegis then.
Good thing the lines were down so she couldn't.
It almost sounded like she was praising them too.
Maybe there was more to the guy than at first glance.
Oh.
I shall refrain from comment.
Okay, I was like, aren't they just talking about Dohalim? Yes, they were. Well, I never. To think anyone would try to tear me away from House Valkaris.
What?
What do you want? Don't tell me you work for Lord Dohalim or that dreadful Lord Almadria, do you? You don't? Don't scare me like that. To answer your question, I come from a family that has served House Valkyris for generations. Indeed, I'm doing all I can to support Lord Ganabelt behind the scenes so that he might emerge victorious. Many think him to be a cruel man, but I insist they're utterly mistaken. Though I won't deny he can be strict, he puts Rena's interests front and center like no one else. Why, he advocates that rather than stay confined to Lenegis, we should get on with colonizing Dahna and expand our horizons. That way, we will become masters of both worlds, and overturn our current minority status on Dahna's surface. That is why he seeks to become our next sovereign. Tell me, is there a greater, more noble ambition than that? I think not. It is a pursuit of power for the advancement of all of our kind. It is what makes him an exemplary lord, a model above all others. Though I was unable to accompany him myself, my 2 sons have been blessed with the honor of joining him on the surface. As their father, it fills me with endless pride. How do we tell him?
Ganabelt was so horrible to people.
So it's interesting.
Yet he was invested in helping
All of
Rena
these
succeed.
people...
Doesn't that seem just a little
yeah,
inconsistent?
all of these lords seem like they cared about Rena a lot and wanted Rena to be a good place.
However,
But then they got to Dahna and just like abused and enslaved the people. So I wonder if they have that mentality before they go down, that Dahnans are less than them, or if something happens in the process of going down that like shifts their mentality on the whole thing. Like, do they view them as basically cattle? That'd be an interesting thought.
This area doesn't look as badly damaged as
You look like an Almydria enjoyer.
Indeed.
Pardon me.
This area falls under the sole jurisdiction of House Canaris. I must ask you to depart at once. Yeah, I knew it. Surely you don't claim to be ignorant of our famed house, ruled over by the esteemed Lord Almydria. If so, I urge you to listen well. In fact, I bid you listen careful regardless. Have you ever noticed how in the history of Lenegis, only a few women lords have emerged to compete in the crown contest? Many have theories as to why this might happen, but Lord Almydria quashed the doubts of any naysayers through sheer might. In fact, not only did she usurp her father and previous family master, she also removed her older brother to claim the seat for herself. She's a woman who stops at nothing to get what she wants, gives her enemies nary the slightest opportunity to strike. Truly, Lord Almydria is a woman of talent. No one in all Rena better exemplifies the virtues of our nation's meritocracy. Soon, the age of a glorious woman sovereign reigning over Lenegis shall be upon us at last. Yeah, so Almydria just sounds like the same person here and down below. What's interesting, does the sovereign have to be a man? Because, well, let's look at what we know about maidens and sovereigns. Does the maiden have to be a woman, and does the sovereign have to be a man? I'm not sure. Don't even know if it'll answer that question. I guess there would be no reason to send Almydria unless our characters are right that there's 2 different kinds of sovereigns. One for the, like, the ritualistic sovereign, and one to actually rule over Lenegis.
Ridiculous.
How loathsome. Oh, I was just reading about Volron. Can I help you?
Okay.
I was always an ardent supporter of Lord Urwagil Hildress myself. Were it not for his sudden death down on the surface, I likely still would be. In my eyes, Lord Urwagil is the true Water Lord. I don't believe for a second that he perished in some accident like they say. As for how Volron runs Ganatharos, don't get me started. I hear he enslaves not only Dahnans, but even his fellow Renans. We may live in a society where to the victor goes the spoils, but his actions go against what we as a people stand for. Besides, just what sort of family line is this house Ignissery of his anyways? I'd never heard of it until he came along, which means they must be among the lowest dregs of society. That such an ignoble lineage could suddenly produce an astral artist capable of ascending to lordship is unheard of. None of it makes any sense, not to mention all of the upheaval around here of late. What is happening to our people?
It seems like the people on Lenegis don't really know.
Is
much
that
about
it?
Volron
Yeah,
either.
I can't move my camera, so that's it for the
I
side
remember
quest.
being quite surprised when the Lord of Ganatharos changed so abruptly.
Didn't you have any doubts that something suspicious was going on?
On the contrary, remember, we Renans are raised to accept everything at face value.
When you think about it, the families of Renan lords must see them differently than the rest of us.
Yeah, despite the brutality they're known for.
They must have had a lot on their shoulders, carrying all the weight and responsibilities of Renan society.
Renans live in a world where strength and power determine their position in the social hierarchy, so they tend to grow up fiercely competitive. But their loyalty to their people is also strong. It's what brings them together against outside forces, and nothing exemplifies that more than the Lords.
That's what makes them the guardians of all of Rena, so to speak.
Right. It's the same reason Balsif hated my guts, and Ganabelt went after you, because we're threats to Rena.
Guess that makes you an even bigger oddball than we thought.
So, Alphen, have you gained anything from all of this?
Yeah. I think it's made me realize that the Lords were all people, too. Balsif and the others, they all had their own circumstances to deal with as they went through life.
Yeah, but still, just because they had loved ones in their lives doesn't mean...
I know. What they did was horrible. I'm not trying to dispute that. But at the same time, they weren't incomprehensible monsters either. They were individuals, just like the rest of us. So I guess what I'm trying to say is...
You're saying that they weren't bad because they were Renans, or because they were terrible monsters. Even if they did terrible things, they were still just people.
Rinwell.
Am I wrong?
Not at all.
Being a Dahnan doesn't make you a good person. And being a Renan doesn't make you a bad one. I think that's something we've all seen.
Shionne and Dohalim definitely make a good case for it.
And I'm going to keep doing my best to make sure I earn that trust, as a fellow human being above all else.
As we're undoubtedly going to go body like 50 Renan soldiers here in a minute. And with that, let's go ahead and proceed, shall we? We have a little bit we can explore around Lenegis, but as I mentioned, it's a city, but it's pretty straightforward. There's not really much for us to do here. There's not an inn, at least not yet.
There's something I just don't get.
What is it?
The crown contest itself has always gone ahead as planned, right? In which case, the current sovereign of Rena should be whoever it was that won the previous contest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, who was it then?
Hanfricht Milgras, the former Lord of Cislodia, if memory serves.
So then this Hanfricht whatchamacallem, he's the current ruler of Rena?
The last I heard, yes. Though, admittedly, I haven't actually seen him since the end of the previous contest.
You're saying that ever since becoming sovereign, he's never actually shown himself on Lenegis?
I guess over holocom maybe, but not in the flesh. Same thing goes for the sovereign that came before him.
Now that you mention it, I don't recall anyone ever visiting Lenegis from the motherland, sovereign or otherwise.
And that never struck you as a little bit odd?
When you live here, it's as if you're conditioned not to notice all these strange quirks and discrepancies. The question is then, by whom? And to what end?
A new Renis Alma is supposedly created to coincide with every crown contest, meaning each victor is awarded their very own. In other words, if that's true, there should be as many of the things out there as there have been contests.
True, but going on what we witnessed in Pelagian, it didn't look like the sort of thing that could be made to order. But if even the victor's speeches have been part of some grand deception, then where are they? Quite frankly, I'm not even sure what to believe anymore.
You and me both. Though we are Renan by blood, neither of us even knew that such a thing as a Dark Master Core existed, remember?
With any luck, the Forbidden Zone might give us some answers.
No use standing around here chatting about it then. Let's get a move on.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously like fake. They're just siphoning energy from the planet, and then whoever's chosen as the sovereign doesn't actually become the sovereign. If they say that the second they come back to Lenegis, they're never seen again besides in like holo messages, come on, guys.
No?
Faria.
Faria? Isn't that the person that Avakir guy was...
But why are you here? Wait, don't tell me you've given up on the crown contest and come crawling back home from Dahna already. Nothing to say? Even though you were willing to kill Tarnigan to secure your position as Lord, you still...
Kill?
I'm here to take care of something. If you wish to continue this conversation, I only ask that you wait until I'm finished.
Oh, of course. You always did prefer to take the coward's way out. Even after 7 years and living on that Dahna rock, you haven't changed one bit. But let me tell you, I haven't changed either. Not a day's gone by the past 7 years that I haven't hated you.
If killing me will bring you peace, then so be it.
Dohalim, what the hell are you saying?
First, I have business to take care of. If it's vengeance you seek, I will grant you it. But you must wait. My sins are legion. Let me finish what I came to do. Then you have my word. I will let you do whatever brings you peace.
Sure, that's it. Run away like always. You don't even have the courage to die. No wonder you leave it to someone else. You're just a coward!
Dohalim.
I apologize that you had to witness that.
Is it true? What she said about you killing someone?
Each of us have our pasts. I am no exception.
Before, back in Menancia, you mentioned having taken a friend's life over the throne. Is that what she meant?
The mistakes I made there were not my first, and may not be my last. I will say no more.
Did you mean what you said? About letting her take your life if she wanted to?
She has more right to my life than anyone.
But you can't just...
Whatever happens, I have sworn to put an end to the crown contest, and to ensure continued coexistence in Menancia. I have no intention of expiring before I do so. There are far too many questions I still seek answers to. Besides, you have just as much reason to kill me as she does.
Dohalim!
Forgive me. Some things are best left unsaid.
I bet she's that girl we saw in Dohalim's flashback that was like screaming. That set him off. Like whenever Kisar was screaming and it set him off and made us fight him. I think that's probably the same girl. Also, Woman in Red appeared, so she's here. That's cool. Can she manipulate people? Otherwise, there'd be no reason to show to that girl. All right, we have yet another... Ooh, we have a inn. Because that's not a campsite. We have an inn up ahead. Which means we're probably about to get into some combat. We haven't needed a rest at all because there's been nothing to fight around here. Thought that tree base back there was a chest at first. Grab that for a tofu. Honestly, it feels more like a dungeon without enemies than it does a city. Because there's just like nothing here. This looks like an fight. It looks like an arena was what I was about to say.
Wow, this place is beautiful.
Yeah, it must be some sort of rest and leisure area for the locals.
You think? Man, these Renan sure know how to live it up, don't they?
Is something the matter, Dohalim?
Before I went down to Dahna, my friends and I, we used to gather at this very spot and play music together. Avakir, Faria, and Tarnigan. That was a lifetime ago now.
Tarnigan. He was the one that Faria mentioned, right?
He was once my dearest, closest friend. as well as Faria's betrothed. Despite Faria's lower-class upbringing, she possesses a tremendous talent for music. Entranced by her playing, I helped her overcome her sense of inferiority and introduced her to Tarnagin and Avakir. It was a time of great joy. 4 people bound only by their love of music, with no care for social standing. Only the next song, the next melody.
A friendship based on mutual respect, and a society where everyone is a prisoner to their social class. You really are different, Dohalim.
I suppose it's natural you would see it as strange.
I would have, once. Now, I think the idea of breaking away from society's constraints and choosing your friends based solely on affection is something beautiful that's worth cherishing. Besides, it was that way of looking at the world that laid the foundations for coexistence in Menancia.
Your praise does me too great an honor. I was merely following the wishes of my own heart. And even then, it only lasted until the crown contest began. After that, Tarnagin and I became fierce competitors for the position of Lord. Tarnagin had fallen for Faria. By becoming Lord, he aimed to wrest her from her humble origins and raise her to the highest echelons of society. But fate was not so benevolent.
What happened?
Tarnagin was no match for me in combat. On a level playing field, he wouldn't have stood a chance. But he was desperate and low on options, and he couldn't stand the thought of defeat.
You mean he resorted to dirty tactics to try to win, right? But then why does Faria think... Wait, don't tell me she doesn't know.
How could I tell her? Combined with the trauma of losing her beloved, and by her friend's hand, no less. She would have been devastated.
So instead you let her go on hating you, so she could use that hate as a crutch for her grief?
That's not the same as running away, though.
It is exactly the same. Unable to face the loss of my friend and the burden of my duty. Instead, I decried my fate and looked away from what I'd done. As for what happened after, that you already know.
But if you hadn't become Lord, Menancia wouldn't be what it is now. The Dahnans there would still be suffering under Renan oppression like before.
Shionne's right. What other lord would have treated me as you did? Anyone else and I would have been dead long ago. You've saved so many people, Dohalim. You saved me. It's thanks to you that I'm here today. So, try not to blame yourself. The burden you've placed on your own shoulders is too much for anyone to bear.
Frank as always. But I shall do my best to heed your advice.
Do you think he'll be all right?
Yeah, I think so. He's got Kisara.
It's important to have someone like that.
I didn't realize how difficult it is just to be there for someone.
Sometimes just knowing someone's on your side can be enough. And he knows, Shionne. I promise he does.
I hope you're right. Alphen.
Law is quite literally the only person who has not put like a heavy burden on himself. Alphen put the heavy burden of the town getting destroyed 300 years ago, Shionne with the thorns, Rinwell with her family being killed by Almydria. Dohalim with what we just saw, with his friend, Kisara with her brother. Law, even when his dad died, was like, yep, gotta get revenge for my dad. When he ran away from home, it was, yep, I was mad at my dad. I'm an angry teenager. He is, I think, the only one out of our 6 characters who has not just put this crazy burden on himself that weighs him down, which is honestly kind of surprising. Do I have anything new I could pick up? I'm not going to grab that for Rinwell. That is not good enough. And nothing else. Let's go and just sell all of our commodity items. And then... any new weapons? Yes, the Gladius Ren. Wow, we're just starting already, huh? Dang it, I really liked my Atonement Edge. Shionne, Historia, Ren. We need Dark Mains for that. Or Radiant Light. Okay, well, we'll pick up the Gladius Ren. Shionne, we need Dark Mains, but we can go ahead and make the Assault Shot. Equip. Then we have the Radiant Light. We need Dark Mains for that one. We'll equip that to Rinwell. And Dark Mains, and... oh, I need Megafauna Bones. You know what? This is his best weapon. I don't know if we're going to fight any enemies that give me Megafauna Bones here. Well, let me quickly check. Do I have anybody else that can get a better weapon before I just run off? Sure, we'll throw this on Kisara. And this one on Law. Okay, so... we can make everything else, except I need to get 2 Megafauna Bones. So what I'm going to do, and it's kind of dumb, and I hate that I'm going to do this, but I'm going to head... oh, shoot. Do we not have a fast travel point here? Where's the nearest fast travel? We don't have one at all? Okay, well, I'm not leaving yet. I was going to go back and fight the bosses and get... never mind. All right, I'm going to get me some Megafauna Bones. I'll see you guys here in a second. I noticed while I was fighting them that Shionne's weapon is just a cannon. Kind of wild. But I did get my 2 Megafauna Bones. So, let's go ahead and forge our weapon for Dohalim here. The Caduceus Rene, or Ren. Pretty solid. Still need some Dark Mains, but after that, everybody will have their best weapons once again. We will go ahead and rest. Ooh, we can cook here as well. Great. Let me go ahead and grab my... can I make my EXP boost medium? Yes, I can. I do have the boss fish for it. It probably isn't worth it. So let's just do the EXP boost small, which was right here. Yeah, we'll just do that one.
This looks perfect.
I want to make the boss fish one, but there's a point later in the game that is much better at grinding, basically at the end of the game. And I want to save my boss fish for that, just to make the level up a little bit easier. All right, and let's head on in. This is the forbidden section, or sector, or area. Oh. No, this is just the maintenance passageway. But this is a dungeon proper. Seems very much like those underground areas we've been to. As a new type of Renin soldier as well. Lenegis, fortified marksman, swordsman, and spearman. They do, of course, use... what was it? Swordsman... oh, there's the... I was like, where is the marksman? It was all the way at the back. Got it. Pretty sick. We can deal with one of them with Law, luckily. And I noticed how strong this is. If I get a full charge down to basically no HP. Yeah. I mean, easy enemies that aren't bosses. You are likely going to die. Because you're going to get hit. Because you're doing 0 damage. Or you're leaving yourself at 1 HP. But it's insane how much damage you can do. Like, way too much damage. You could, of course, only use a little bit of your HP as well. That way you don't automatically die. But where's the fun in that? Especially if you don't have to, like, do a ton of fighting. Why are you still surprised they're doing Astral Arts, guys? We've been fighting these guys forever. Go ahead and use Law, even though it won't break, of course. Launch in the air. Oh, Rinwell is getting her Mystic Art ready. What else do we got? The Marksman, are you it? Yeah, I think so, because I don't think there's a Swordsman still. Oh no, the Swordsman is still over there. He was just hiding. Let's see. I don't think these guys are going to be the Dark Mane. I'm guessing Dark Mane's probably going to be the wolf of this area. It's probably a Dark Wolf. I guess we should anticipate dark magic and spells and stuff like that here.
Those soldiers seem different from the citizens we've come across so far.
Yeah, they weren't big talkers, that's for sure. They just attacked without warning.
They weren't in the least bit fazed by Dohalim's presence either.
Indeed. They seem to recognize us as enemies, nothing more. And yet, traditionally, Lenegis hasn't been high on threats. A few frenzied Zeugles during experiments here and there, but not much else.
Their glazed-over eyes reminded me of the soldiers and slaves we met back in Ganath Haros. The ones in blind devotion to Volron.
I've never seen anything like that here on Lenegis before.
Maybe someone doesn't want us here, and the soldiers are their way of letting us know.
What with the Red Woman, the Sovereign, and Volron, we're starting to develop quite the growing list of adversaries. At least we'll know to keep our wits about us.
All right, do we get some lustrous astral crystals and platinum dog tags? And I guess we'll go forward first. Oh, that. I think that is a giant Zeugle. Glad we warmed up with the one back on Dahna, huh? I mean, honestly, they're probably still a lower level than me, though. Or at least, I don't even know if it'll be level 46, because that is definitely the highest we had seen that weren't level 50. But here we go. Force Wolves and Alpha Force Wolves. We will go ahead and use Dohalim, but as I said, I think these guys are going to drop that Dark Mane. So it honestly might be worth going out immediately to get some new weapons if they do drop it. And then just running back in here afterwards. We'll just go ahead and use Alphen here. Gets the break on the Alpha Wolf. And there we go. Gets rid of the Alpha Wolf. We are so strong. Fighting all those giant Zeugles. Yeah, these are only level 42. These are still a lower level than me. Fighting the giant Zeugles really leveled us up. There we go. Give me the Dark Mane. Yes, okay. So I'm going to immediately run out. Actually, I don't even need to run out. We can just fast travel out. I might need to fight them one more time. Because I don't remember. Did I need 4 mains? If so, that sucks because I just barely missed it. I don't want to fight the soldiers again, though. Forged weapon. Let's do you. And then I need 2 more Dark Mains for Shionne. There's also an achievement for spending 400,000 Gald in the main story, which is crazy. Okay, these guys did not respawn, which is good. But these Zeugles did, which is okay. So let's go ahead and fight them one more time. Hope we get lucky with our mains, because we still need 2 more. Right, because we need 3 total, and I only used 2 of them for Rinwell. These are also Dark Element, so this is the first time we're actually going to be able to use our Holy Element and get benefits from it. So really, that's just Rinwell, I think, because the only people who can cast light arts are Dahnans, and the only one of my Dahnans who can cast arts is Rinwell, so... Let's see, do I get my Mystic Art here? My good Mystic Art? No, unfortunate. I didn't get the launch, so I wasn't expecting it. Whenever they dodge you like this, it's so annoying. You really need Dohalim to get them to cut it out. You can use Alphen as well. Dohalim is just more consistent because they can technically dodge. Oh, that sucks. They can dodge Alphen's attack. His boost strike. Alright, is this enough? Yes, it is. Alright, give me only 1. That sucks. Well, since that's the case, we're just going to move forward. Huh. Hello, Force Mantis. It is a lower level than the the giant Zoogle. So that's good. That means the giant Zoogle was just a warm-up. I probably should have healed before this. I'm about to leave myself at 1. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I'm dead. I should have healed before this. Shionne, help me. Shionne. It's only weak to holy damage as well. Oh, does Shionne? No, she doesn't have anything. I guess I technically do. Me and Kisara at least have a holy attack. It's just not great, so I haven't used it. Because if you remember, holy actually looks like a lightning bolt, not like a sun or anything. Let's see. Could I utilize that at all? I mean, I think it's just lightning thrust, right? I don't have anything else. Yeah, unfortunately, I do not. I mean, I might be able to get a different one. Like, it's gonna be weak to lightning thrust, but only doing 81 damage is not great. Oh, I might have an aerial one. Hold on. Let me see. I do not. Okay, well, it resists wind. Oh, that's a charge attack. Did that not count? I think it did. So what if I just combo this? I just do that. I mean, I can do some good combos there. Fortunately, this enemy is just going to be one of those ones that's annoying to fight. Because I really don't have anything good against it. Go ahead and Mirage. Lightning Thrust, Mirage. Lightning Thrust, Mirage. Not a bad combo. Not great. Rinwell. Move. Yeah. Yeah. Dang it, Rinwell. Okay, we get our Mystic Art going. What? Why did I not? I have a 47 hit combo and used 4 different arts. And you're not going to give it to me? Ow. Alphen, drop it. These Mantis are annoying. Whenever it doesn't have a weakness you can really exploit easily, this is tough. Perfect dodge. And the only person that can drop them besides Alphen is Kisara. That means I have to wait for it to do a... I have to wait for it to do the other attack, the charge, and then it just hurts. Is that enough? No. Holy. Perfect dodges on the, like, claws or the sides are easy. Please don't start sprinting again. I do not want to waste Kisara this close to you being defeated. Oh my gosh. We are so low on CP, and we've been through 3 fights. I think we went through over 200 CP on this fight alone. There we go. We get some Mantid Claws, but I already had all the Mantid Claws I needed from when we fought the boss version of it, so... Go Halim. Let's go ahead and get the boost break. And then see if I can do enough to the wolf. To be close. Nope. Not quite enough. Oh, I wasn't quick enough with Rinwell. That sucks. Ow, ow, ow. Ow. Man, I tried to use Law there to keep my combo going. And that was such a waste because there's a shielded enemy here too. Alright, who's left? Shielded enemy and... okay, we'll fight the gunman here. Since I don't have a... something to break the shield right now. And there we go. Alright, just the shielded one now. Unfortunately, really not a good way to deal with this. Yeah, he's just shielded. I might see if Alphen has another holy attack.
I know fine weapon material when I
There's a grape gel. Let's see. Do I have anything in my skill panel here? I have a lot, so that's why I'm like, maybe. Not Rising Falcon, not Shockwave, not Incineration Wave. Nope. Nothing else with Alphen. I could just go ahead and spin some stuff, though. AG from Perfect Evading, Rising Falcon, we get plus 30 elemental attack. And then these are Perfect Evade Guarding. Nothing else I can pick up there. Shionne, what do we got here? Increased ailment rate, increased ailment bonus damage for plus 10 attack. Just complete one of those. And then Aqueous Impact will grab. And increase special ammo. Rinwell, I really want to try to get a Holy Spell if I can. Holy Lance will grab that. Might be worth playing as Rinwell then, if that's the case. Divine Saber will grab that as well. And then Faster Magic Charge. She's going to be a monster getting rid of these guys here in a second. And then AG restored by Perfect Evading and Guarding. We get plus 20 Elemental Defense. Increased Rod Extension Attack. And there we go. Ooh, well, I can look at Law and Kisara real quick. AG restored from critical. AG restored upon enemy defeat. There's plus 10 penetration. Increased near-death attack. There's plus 30 resistance. Increased near-death defense. And Kisara. None of these are great. They never are. Where's the party easier over limit? We'll go ahead and throw that one on. Increase BG at battle start. That goes all of hers already. Okay. We are really low on CP. Holy. We have a lot we have to fight still. There's a shortcake recipe. This was my mistake. I definitely should have picked an actual good buff on my food besides XP up. I did it, and then the enemies don't even drop me too much XP. We'll go ahead and use that CP there. Recover 80% HP. We have a new type of enemy here. Another one that Dolahim is basically needed for, I'm guessing. Yep. It's another dodging one. This is the Force Duster. I'm curious how good Rinwell's going to be here. Since we did just give her those new holy spells, I'm hoping she prioritizes using those over anything else. Because it's better than me playing as her. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, you're even more aggressive than the last one we fought. Do that. Void Flash, Mirage, Sword Rain Alpha, into my Mirage, or my Mystic Art. Okay. Wow, he is beefy if he didn't die from that. Okay, we get our strike. And it's just you left yet. Only one. The good thing is the Lenegis swordsmen are very easy. I mean, they're your first enemy you ever fight other than the wolf. They don't really ever get harder. They just hit harder and have more HP. But even like compared to our damage we're doing now, they don't even feel like they have more HP. They feel like they have about the same amount they had all the way back when we first started fighting them.
I need to be stronger.
All right, that is a level up for Shionne there. Grab my pineapple gel. I see him. I see him. We literally have to go through him. We don't have an option. That sucks. I want to play as Rinwell for this, and I just want to see. Let's do Thunderblade as X. Nope, that was Air Thrust again. Thunderblade as X. Holy Lance as A. No, I changed my mind. We'll do Thunderblade, Holy Lance, Divine Saber. I'm just curious. Run, Rinwell. All right. Thunderblade, Lightning Condemned, Thunderblade. Oh, this doesn't hit from far away. Oh, that has no range. I mean, it has a little bit of range. Huh. Okay, what about Holy Lance? Okay, that does damage from range, which is good. There's our Sharpness. Divine Saber. That's... I'm pretty sure she just said Savior. That did a lot of damage. Let's get my combos going here. Because this does hit, I think, from this range. I think it's doing damage. I can't really tell. Divine Saber. I don't love it because I just want her casting time to be a little bit quicker. But these Divine Sabers do a lot of damage. Quick Sharpness. Divine Saber again. I'm curious, if I do a charge attack here... I mean, that does a good amount. Then I immediately just use Alphen again. And then we do another Divine Saber. And then we cast immediately another one. And then Alphen gets his Mystic Art back up again. Alphen's battle BG is charging a lot. As long as this doesn't cancel my charge time. It does. That sucks. Alphen, get him to stop. We're so low on CP. This should be the last one I have to let hit. And there we go. Okay, I think that's the last of the Mantis we have to fight.
That's for sure.
12 Mantid Claws. Yeah, okay. Let's see what's hiding over here. You're a lot of enemies, and I need to use a orange gel for that. Yeah. All right, let's do it. Dohalim, how many can you hit? Enough. By enough, I mean all of them. Should have healed before this, but that's fine. Somebody please heal me. For the love of God, somebody heal me. I'm so hurt. Oh my God. I was hoping I could keep my combo going. But the second nobody healed me immediately, I just had to move. Okay, and wait, it was so, I clicked left because I was like, oh, we're about to get the break. Nope. Went away at the last second. We did a ton of damage with Dohalim into my my charge attack there. Yeah. Pretty simple fight. We get some Hex Breakers. I'm hoping we get the material we need for that. Ooh, regenerative crystal. Hoping we get what we need for the accessory we need to make for Shionne. Nothing else hiding over here. Unfortunately, my combo meter will run out. I could use an item to keep that going, but I'm not too worried about it, especially when the enemies are a little bit of a lower level than me. Or, I guess, at my level, rather. Cancel that. That sucks. I hate whenever that happens. It was, because we launched him in the air, Rinwell was not able to get the counter. Ow. Oh! Leave me alone. Okay, we only hit one, but that's fine. Perfect. Alright, we should be able to easily combo this guy. Yes, we can. This should get rid of the dog, or the wolf. No, we hadn't hit him with Dohalim's ability yet. I thought we hit him originally. Ow. Did I get shot? Is the marksman still out there? He must be. There we go. Hers is the only one that, like, looks weird whenever it finishes a fight. There's so many drops we're getting from these guys now. All right, here we go. Last little group here. I don't really have a good target for Dohalim. Honestly, a better target might have been the center enemy and just hoped it hit these demi-humans. That's fine. I'm gonna see if I can charge this. No, please. There we go, just barely. Unfortunately, I missed out on my Mystic Art, but we at least get rid of an enemy immediately. Well, I guess I don't miss out on it. We just probably won't get the better Mystic Art. Okay, Law. Cancel that real quick for me. Not worried about that one art being cast. Oh, well, I am when it's on top of me. That sucks. I can use this, though. Gonna immediately drop him again. Ow. Do I have enough to keep this combo going? Yes, I do. There's our strike. And then back over to the demi-human. Have you been hit by Dohalim? No, you are not. The one that was hit by Dohalim is the one I comboed immediately. We haven't got to see one with Law and Shionne in a while.
I can become even
2 grape
stronger.
gels. So we're farming grape gels off these guys now, huh? There is 21,600 gold in that chest. And looks like our destination's right here.
This must be it. The entrance to the Forbidden Zone.
But it's just a wall. How do we get through?
Whoa, we? I thought this was Sovereigns only.
Alphen.
Yes! It opened!
Interesting. If Alphen's presence still opens the way, it would seem the Sovereign of 3 centuries ago and now are considered one and the same.
What?
What the?
Alphen.
You again.
Tomorrow's the spirit channeling ceremony. We'll finally play our parts as the Sovereign and Maiden. How have you been feeling?
What am I sovereign of? Shuffled from lab to lab, always treated like an experiment. Whenever they look at me, all they see is a Dahnan. I don't even know what their precious ceremony's for, let alone what they're going to force me to do as the Sovereign. Tell me, if we're both in the same boat, why do you seem so calm right now?
No choice. Becoming the Maiden's not something I wanted for myself. But they said Rena's prosperity depended on it. How could I say no after that?
Still, as a Renan, at least you got to decide. Good for you. Meanwhile, I was taken from my homeland. You aren't the captive one here.
It isn't right what they did to you, and I'm sorry for what it's worth. When this is over, I swear I'll help you get home. I can't do this alone. One more day.
How could I say no to that? It's not like I have any choice in the matter anyway. So, what's your name?
It's Naori. Naori Imaris. Try to remember this time.
You don't act like them. Like the other Renans, I mean. How come you treat me like a person?
Because you are. It's true we come from different worlds. But neither one of us asked to be here right now. In that sense, you and I are much the same. We couldn't do this. We wouldn't be able to talk to each other as people if we didn't see the humanity in each other. So I suppose the question you should be asking is, why wouldn't I treat you like one?
You're not like the others.
Maybe they're not like me.
Here's what we'll do. We give them their damn ceremony. You get me to Dahna. That'll be the end of it. I'm taking you at your word on this. I'm trusting you, not them. Naori.
What the hell just happened?
That vision. Did everyone else see it too?
That person Alphen was speaking to, she looked exactly like Shionne.
It was Naori. Naori Imeris. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right.
She really does look like Shionne. I'm beginning to see why Alphen was so confused.
That's all very well and fine, but what did we just witness exactly? It was too real to be a mere hallucination.
It was a conversation we had 300 years ago. The night before the ceremony.
You mean all of that really happened? We just saw an episode straight out of your past?
But how is that even possible? Unless... Could this be the Red Woman's handiwork too?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
You guys didn't feel it? The moment the entrance opened, it was like a stream of Dahnan astral energy rushing over us.
I felt it too. And not for the first time either. It was the same sensation as back inside the wedge.
That would make sense. After all, vast amounts of Dana's astral energy were being siphoned and sent up here to Lenegis. For all we know, perhaps we're close to the spot where all that energy was stored.
So you think it might have been the energy itself that was responsible for that vision we just saw? But how? And why?
We have no way of knowing. Maybe it's not even as deliberate as all that.
Shionne, you okay?
Yeah. It was all just a little sudden. That's all. So that was my ancestor, huh? It was like looking into a mirror.
Yeah, there certainly is a resemblance.
What about you? How are you holding up?
Me?
Even putting aside the question of where that vision came from, it's likely we'll see more of those. Reliving painful episodes from your past. Do you think you can handle it?
I can't just pretend like the past never happened. Besides, if it helps us uncover the truth of what that ceremony really was, it might also lead to answers about your thorns.
Alphen.
That's not all. This whole time, we've been fighting to free Dahna from the Renans. But now that we're here, it seems those same Renans might have it just as bad. I'd like to liberate them too if I can. Which is just another reason I can't afford to shield my eyes from the truth.
Whether you're on Dahna or somewhere else, you always stay the same. Your indignation and righteous passion, your desire to free and protect, they're all hardwired into you. Not that I'm complaining. Come on, let's bust this thing wide open.
Nobody's here.
Stay sharp. After that last illusion,
So,
there's no telling what can
we've
happen
made
here.
it to the Forbidden Zone. Can I fast travel? I cannot. So, with that, I think we're going to go ahead and wind things down here. In the next episode, we will progress through the Forbidden Zone and see if we can figure out the truth behind either the Sovereign Contest or the Thorns. I will see you guys then.